Hello, I'm Ken Fobb. This is NewsNet, Baton Rouge. Grab a tea or coffee as I go over with you headlines and news from our local area and region. In the city of Baton Rouge, a couple identified by deputies as Coralie Danon and Kenny Broussard are accused of creating a $55 tab for large margaritas and fajitas at a local restaurant on Bluebonnet Boulevard on Monday afternoon. But after completing the consumption of their food and libations, they simply left the establishment without paying their bill. Deputies began to search for this couple. According to reports on Tuesday, the couple returned to the Bluebonnet restaurant after news reports had been released to the public concerning the incident. According to a video posted on Facebook, Kenny Broussard entered the establishment and briefly spoke with someone behind the bar. He left $50 on the counter. He's recorded saying, quote, "There's your money. I'm on camera paying for it," close quote. He again left the restaurant. Now, although the owner of the restaurant says he does not want to pursue criminal charges, a spokesperson with the East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office says charges were still being pursued. They were still asking anyone with information on the whereabouts of Coralie Danon and Kenny Broussard to call Crime Stoppers at 225-344-7867. The burned body of a dead person found last week in the town of DeQuincy, Louisiana, which is located in Calcasieu Parish, has been identified as a 29-year-old man from Baton Rouge by the name of Zacchaeus Burton. Law enforcement officials in connection with this crime has issued a warrant for the arrest of a 40-year-old man by the name of Nathaniel Mitchell III. Mitchell is wanted on a second-degree murder charge. Authorities believe that the deceased, Zacchaeus Burton, traveled to Calcasieu Parish to take part in some sort of criminal activity with Nathaniel Mitchell and probably other suspects before Burton was eventually found dead. Authorities also believe that Mitchell boarded a plane headed for St. Louis, Missouri over the past weekend, and they are now working with authorities there to track him down. So anyone with information as to Nathaniel Mitchell III's whereabouts is asked to contact the Calcasieu Parish Sheriff's Office at 337-491-3605 or simply call Crime Stoppers at 439-2222. Now, in the city of Alexandria, Louisiana, a woman has been charged with second-degree murder in connection with the death of her own 5-year-old child back on July 17th. Jasmine Anderson, a 24-year-old from Alexandria, was picked up on Tuesday morning from Bunkie, Louisiana, and was transported to the Avoyelles Parish Sheriff's Office, where she was booked before being taken to the Alexandria Police Department for questioning. According to reports, on July 17th at approximately 1:40 p.m., police were dispatched to the Christus St. Francis Cabrini Hospital, where Anderson had brought her already dead 5-year-old daughter. Anderson told hospital staff she had been in a single car crash and that her daughter's head and neck had struck the front passenger side window and that her child had died as a result. However, after a thorough investigation, police have determined that the injury that caused this child's death did not seem consistent with what would have occurred during a car crash. In the city of Baton Rouge, deputies have arrested a woman by the name of Nichelle Martin, who is accused of stabbing a man earlier this month at approximately 2 a.m. on July 7th. Authorities say Martin arrived at a house located on Lanier Drive unexpectedly and discovered her 25-year-old male romantic acquaintance in the company of another female. Martin left the residence, but later returned with a knife and stabbed the victim in the chest. So far, authorities have charged Nichelle Martin with attempted second-degree murder and battery. Finally, according to the records, there have been 129 shootings within the city limits of Baton Rouge during the first half of this year, 2019. Now, during the same period of time last year in 2018, there were 193 shootings recorded in the city limits of Baton Rouge. Now, these figures include all shooting incidents, regardless of whether they are fatal or not, or were fatal or not. So let's all hope and pray that this downward trend continues in the city of Baton Rouge during the final 6 months of 2019. These have been headlines and news from our local area and region. I'm yours truly, Ken Fobb. I'll see you next time right here on NewsNet, Baton Rouge.